Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again. First of all, Eid Mubarak to everyone here in the UAE, all my brothers, sisters, and the Muslim community. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy Eid Mubarak. Coming back to the Nothing phone again, and I didn't think I'd be making a video so soon, but here we are again because it looks like Nothing actually showed us what the Nothing Phone 2 is going to be looking like. We are less than 2 weeks away officially from the release of the Nothing Phone 2, which is scheduled to be launched on July 11th. And Nothing themselves have actually shown us an image, a little bit of a sneak peek into what the Nothing Phone 2 is going to be looking like, and there's a few things specifically about the design that I want to talk about in this video. So in the last video we left off with a render which was based off of Steve from OnLeaks, who shared us on Twitter a render of the Nothing Phone 2, which was supposed to look like the iPhone 6, at least design-wise. The curvature of the phone suggested that it was going to be very similar to what the iPhone 6 is, but Carl Pei very soon then jumped in and debunked these claims as fake. People initially were kind of confused as to whether Carl was telling the truth, or was he just making sure that people didn't leak the actual phone before it came out? Because that is what companies tend to do. When there is an accurate leak, they will debunk it as fake, because that kind of then defeats the purpose of it. There's no excitement anymore. People know what it's going to look like, and it doesn't create the hype. But very soon, Carl himself actually tweeted a screenshot of his home screen on what is a Nothing Phone 2, and immediately we were able to tell that the leaks from Steve OnLeaks were actually not accurate based on a very small detail. Now, based on the screenshot, you can see that the time is mentioned on the top left corner as opposed to a little bit pushed to the right side. That suggests that the camera, the punch hole camera, the selfie camera, is no longer in that location as the previous Nothing phone had the punch hole camera on the left side. Now that immediately lets us know that the camera is in the middle, which suggests completely opposite of what the Nothing Phone 2 render suggested by Steve from OnLeaks. And if the tweet from Carl wasn't convincing enough for you, then we actually have a render, not a render, well actually a picture from the Nothing Phone 2 from Nothing themselves. Now in this image you can see that the phone is not exactly the same design, so it's pretty much, I would say, 90% the same design. It mostly has that same squared off design like last year's Nothing Phone, but it is slightly curved, and you can also see that the glass is also slightly curved. It's tucking away right into the frame of the aluminum frame of the phone, which suggests a slightly curvier design. And I personally like this much better because phones that have a flat edge, which have kind of like a straight edge, are a little bit I wouldn't say difficult to hold, but they're not aesthetically, pleasing to hold in the hands. They look good, but they kind of hurt in the hands after a little bit. So a curvier design would suggest a better aesthetic when it comes to not only looking at the phone, but also holding it in the hands. The look and feel actually looks much better. The picture also confirms one thing, that the phone is again going to be coming with a transparent back like last year. A lot of people actually don't like this. I don't know why. I actually like it. I think it's innovative. I think it's different. As for the rest of the specs, we are getting some new things. So we are starting off with Snapdragon's 8 Gen 1 chip, and which is an upgrade from last year's Snapdragon chip. It is a flagship chip, not from this year, but it is still a flagship from last year. Perfectly fine with that at the price point, considering that this does cost between the $600 and $700 range. I think we are perfectly fine when it comes to the 8 Gen 1 chip. Additionally, we are also going to be seeing 12 gigs of RAM, so that is a big upgrade. I mean, Nothing is really making sure that their phones are not slowed down. The performance is up to par with everything that we have here, even though the phone is not a flagship, but it still has flagship capabilities. For the screen as well, we have again 120 Hz display. We don't know about the size exactly. We're thinking that it's going to be the same as last year's. Battery wise as well, we are going to be seeing a 4600 milliampere battery, which is not going to be different from last year's, but because of the chip, we are expecting the battery to be a little bit more efficient and last us a little bit longer. For the cameras as well, we are having the same exact setup. We don't have any news on any updates on the cameras. We are having a dual 50 megapixel setup. One is going to be for the ultra wide lens and one for the main camera. On the front camera as well, I think we are going to have the same setup. I think we currently have a 13 or 16, I'm not sure. I think one of those two. And we're gonna have the exact same setup on the Nothing Phone 2 as well. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to do a quick 2-3 minute video updating you guys on the Nothing Phone 2. I personally am very excited about this phone. It's probably my favorite phone. OnePlus, as I mentioned in the channel before, is one of my favorite brands when it comes to Android phones. And then Carl Pei being one of the co-founders of OnePlus, I know that these phones are going to be awesome. So very excited about the Nothing Phone 2, which is going to be launched on July 11th. Stay tuned for that. And we might actually be at the event in Dubai for the launch. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.